Hi, have you ever seen a tree uprooted in a hurricane? Do you know that a storm surge that accompanies a hurricane can be as high as 25 feet and it can be 50 to 1,000 miles wide? In 1985, the remnants of Hurricane Gloria came into my town. The winds were about 60 to 80 miles per hour. That's where I saw trees uprooted and wires downed and everything. Here I have a sea surface temperature map of the northern hemisphere summer. If you look closely, you'll see the different colors, but the yellow parts of here are the parts where a hurricane can be sustained. They're 80 degrees plus. And conditions for a hurricane are that the waters must be at least 80 degrees or more, and the warm water, the depth of the warm water should be at least 150 to 200 feet down, and air pressure drops. Once a group of thunderstorms have come together at the right atmospheric conditions for a pretty long time, they organize into a tropical depression. And you see that is, but it looks like the winds are sustained from 23 to 39 miles per hour. And the tropical depression is designated at the appearance of the first lower pressure, and starts to be an organized circulation in the center of the thunderstorm. And it's a thunderstorm complex. And if you look at the picture there, that from satellite actually looks like individual thunderstorms that are all together. And then once the tropical depression intensifies and it gets maximum winds that are sustained up to 39 to 73 miles per hour, it becomes, a tropical storm. There, at this time, it's named, and it becomes much organized, more organized. It begins to become more circular in shape, and this is due to the Earth's rotation. And there is a picture, let's try to get this straight here, of Tropical Storm Charley, 1998. And it looks kind of unorganized now, but the winds are going pretty fast. And as the surface pressures keep dropping and the hurricane wind speeds get faster and faster and more, all the way up to 74 miles per hour, that's when it is officially considered a hurricane. There you'll see the diagram of the hurricane, how it's really got its act together. And this is a picture of Hurricane Andrew. And hurricanes, as long as there's the right conditions, hurricanes can sustain themselves for as long as a couple of weeks. I have a diagram of a hurricane here where, if you see, if I can get this straight here, the eye wall, which is the gray part, produces the most damaging winds when it comes on land. And the eye there, which is that tunnel there in the very middle, that has air that is going down. Air from high in the hurricane is pressing down on there, and that suppresses all clouds, and it makes it very calm. And that's probably the calmest it's going to be. And if you have a really large hurricane, this eye can actually be 25 miles in diameter, which is pretty big. Hurricanes are rated on a scale by how sustained winds, and they put together the Safford-Simpson Hurricane Scale. And there's 5 categories, if you see. Category 1 is the 74 to 95 with 4 to 5 feet. And you can see Category 2, Category 3, 4, and 5. And when it's over more than 155, that is a Category 5 and in very, very fast. And though previously I showed you the hurricane there, Andrew was a hurricane, was Category 5. And I also have a picture of Hurricane Hugo. This is by radar, and this is when it was making landfall into Charleston, and that was in September 1989. And you can see that it's right there, and the eyes right there. And that was a Category 4, which is a very, very devastating hurricane. And also I have a picture of continental United States hurricane strikes that happened from, if I can get this straight here, 1950 to 2008. And you can see all of them on the coast, East Atlantic, Gulf of Mexico. And the different colors are the different categories. And in those 58 years, there were 3 large Category 5 hurricanes. I don't know if you can see that, but that is that. I could show you more, but I won't have the time. So I'll summarize and say that a hurricane starts as a cluster of thunderstorms, and which is a thunderstorm complex. And then that becomes a tropical depression. And when the winds grow more and more, it then becomes a tropical storm, which it's named by the National Hurricane Center. They have a list of names that they automatically use alphabetically. And if, say, a hurricane was so damaging, so bad, they would actually retire that particular name. So they retired the name of Andrew, for instance. Should you go in an area where there is a coming hurricane, be sure to follow the warnings, and whatever the authorities advise you to do, I would do that. If you'd like to get more information, you can get that from the FEMA website, and that is at fema.gov/hazard, HAZARD /hurricane. And I want to leave you with, remember, hurricane season starts June 1st and it ends November 30th. And this is for the Atlantic, the Caribbean, and the Gulf of Mexico hurricane season. Thank you.